So we have a web page. Okay, in this web page, when I click on this link, first link, it is opening a new window. Okay, in this window, from this window, I need to continue. I need to maximize and I need to continue the execution. I have another tab. When I click on this link, it is opening in a new tab. Okay, I need to switch to, from here to, I need to switch to this tab and I need to provide the details. I need to continue the execution. So I have a button to upload the file. How I can upload the file? Okay, some file I need to upload. Okay, I have direct one more page inside here. Another HTML page. I have one more page. So here also I can log in and I can do my work. In another page, you are navigating to the another website. One a HTML page inside another HTML page. Okay, this part we call it as frame. Okay, from here you can continue. Okay, suppose if we have these kind of situations, you might face any one of these situations in the real time. Okay, how you can handle this kind of situations? How you can handle? Okay, so to handle this, so we have different methods in Selenium. Okay, if you want to handle the windows, if you are when you are clicking on some link, if it is opens a new window or if it is opens a new tab, how you can handle it? Okay, suppose if you want to upload the file, here you need to upload the file, but this you cannot inspect. Suppose if you want to set up the path here, you cannot inspect here. Then how you can handle it? Suppose if you are trying to set the username inside this HTML page, you cannot directly set. You cannot directly set. Then how you will handle it? So this is the iFrame. Inside the HTML page, you have the iFrame. You cannot directly set. How you can handle it? Okay, these things we will discuss today. Okay, so what I do is we already have the script for performing these operations. Okay, in application. Okay, so before performing these operations, what I have to do? What I have to do is I want to continue my execution. Okay, from continue my execution from this page. Which page? This page. So simply I copy this URL in my properties. I change so not here, I think. So save it. Let me close all. Save. Yeah, I think here we need to. So normal test. Open MRS test. Yeah, this is the test yesterday. We are generating alerts, handling the alerts we did, right? So now here I don't want to use our actual application URL. I want to use the new HTML page which I created here. This is the page I created. So from here it has to continue the execution. Okay, so now, so let me run this. Just now I have changed the path of my file. Okay, so you can use as it is. So let me run it. Run this application. We just changed the URL, nothing we did. Okay. It has to open that URL. See, it has opened, it will maximize the browser. So still it is loading, right? So here it is loading, right? That is the reason it is waiting. See, it is open this URL. Okay. From here it has to continue the execution. It has to click on this link, then it has to continue the execution. Or if it has to click on this link and it has to continue the execution. How we can handle it? So here we are getting true false. Why we are getting true false? After opening the application, after launching the application, okay, verify login page, but it is not showing login page after launching. We are getting some other page, right? We are getting Selenium page. Okay, so from here, what I have to do is I need to click on this link, and from here I need to perform the execution. Okay, so here what I do is for clicking this link, how we can click this link? How we can click this link? How we can click this link? With the help of link text, we can click, right? What is the link text? Open MRS application. Okay, so I directly write the code here. Launch after launching the application, for clicking driver dot find element by dot link text. What is my link text? Application 1. So here it has to click. Okay, after clicking, it has to continue the execution. Okay, let's try it whether it is clicking or not. See, now it has clicked on the link. It is opened the new tab. Okay, this is new tab now. Okay, this is new tab. It has opened. So again, it is failing. Even though it is able to see the login page, still it is failing. Why it is failing? So whenever we create the instance, okay, whenever we create the instance, okay, here we are creating the instance. For this instance, one in backend, one reference ID will be generated. Okay, that you want to check. If you want to check that, okay, for one browser, one reference ID will be generated. That ID you can get with the help of one method, get window handle. Get window handle. One unique ID, one unique alphanumeric ID will be generated for the browser. Okay, let me run it in a debugging mode so that we'll not. See, so this is the alphanumeric ID. This is the alphanumeric ID it has generated for your driver. Okay, so whenever it is opening some browser, it generates one alphanumeric ID for this browser. Okay, let me close all these other things. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. So when it is clicking on some other link, so here, when it is clicking on some other link, one more window ID also opening, right? For that window also it generates one more ID along with the parent. It creates one more ID for the newly opened window. Okay, so now when you click here, you will get two windows, right? So let me run it. You will see that you can see two windows now. When you click on that open MRS application one link in the parent window, it opens a new window. So now you have two windows, two browser windows, which are opened by your driver. Okay, which are opened by your driver, not the existing windows. Okay, see the Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. You can see that text in the browser window if it is opened by your automation test tool, Selenium tool. See here also you can see for this window also you can see this Chrome is being controlled by automation test. So now there are two windows. Okay, one is the parent window, and when we click on this link, it is opened one new window, right? So now for this newly created window also it generates one unique ID. One unique ID will be generated for the newly created window. So for the newly created window, if you want to get the ID, you cannot directly get with the help of driver.getWindowHandle. Why? By default, whatever the browser it is opened initially, your driver points to that browser window only. Okay, it won't point to the newly opened window. Okay, so if you want to get this window ID, okay, we have one more method. Okay, it is not only for this particular window. If you open like n number of windows with the help of your automation tool to get all those windows like IDs, we have one more method, that is window handles. Get window handles. So here get window handles. Whenever we say handles means it is more than one window ID. Okay, so we will get the unique window IDs. Okay, generally if you want to store the unique values into some collection, which one we prefer? What is the difference between list and set? This is the interview question. They ask you for this purpose. Okay, so in list you can store the duplicate values, in set you cannot store the duplicate values, right? So here when you use get window handles, we will get the unique values, unique window IDs. Okay, you cannot see the duplicate ID. Okay, so by default it stores those values into the set. Okay, this method will return the set of unique IDs. See, set. Okay, set will be printed. Okay, so now let me run again. Let me close these two. We'll run again. So now it is opened two windows. We can see two window IDs in the set. See, so two windows. the existing window, it gives all window IDs. Okay, so which like the parent one we already printed, that is also it will include. And the newly opened window ID also it is open. So by default your driver points to this particular page. You cannot perform operations on the newly opened window. You cannot perform. Suppose if you want to perform operations on this newly opened window, what you have to do? You need to switch to this window, then you can perform the actions. But if you want to switch to the window, how you can switch? Okay, so we can switch with the help of this window IDs. Whatever the IDs it is generating, with the help of those IDs, we can switch to that particular window. Okay, so here I write a logic to switch to the our actual application. This is our actual application. How we can do that? Okay, so here using driver handles, okay, I will take one by one ID. It is a set. Okay, it is a set. From the set, if you want to access the values, you can use for each loop or while loop for. Okay, so here from here I need to read one by one value. Okay, so here it is generating set of strings. If you observe here, set of strings it is generating. You can use string each window ID from the get window handles. So now I want to switch to the my required window. So if you observe here, this window title is different and this window title is different. Okay, so based on the title also you can switch, or you already taking the window handle, which means the all like the first created browser window you are taking. So you can use string. Okay, so this is main window ID equals to, you can store here. This is string. So now here, if you want to switch to the other window, what you have to do? You need to skip this. It is already pointing. You should not switch to this window again because you're already in the same window. So here you can put the if condition. Okay. So each window ID dot equals with main window ID. Then you should not switch to that window. You can say if it is not equals, then switch to the window. If it is not equals, then switch to the window. So let me put one more bracket. Then you can switch. How you can switch? For switching to the window, we have method driver dot switch to. Where you are switching to the window. The window ID you have to provide. So window IDs you are reading one by one ID. One second. So you have to provide the window ID. So window IDs we are already reading from the set, right? We are already reading from the set. If it is not equals to the my main ID, then switch to this window. After switching the window, what we have to do? It is opening in a minimize mode. Again, you have to maximize the browser. Okay, in launch application, you are what you are doing. The main one you are maximizing, right? So here, what you have to do is The same code you can copy and you can use here. Okay, after login to the after maximizing, okay, these assertions will be passed. These assertions. Okay, here what you have to do is this entire code you have to maintain. This entire code you have to maintain in the for loop. In the for loop. Okay, once you're done with your operation, you have to close your main browser. You have to close your main browser. Or if you don't want to switch back to your application, what you can do is you can use the driver.quit. It closes all the browsers. But if you want to specifically close that particular window, then you can use driver.close. This particular window will be closed. Again, if you switch back to your previous window, for this window, if you want to switch back, again you have to use the same statement. Driver.switch to method. Okay, after done with this for loop, again you can come back to the main window. Okay, so for main window, we already having the window ID. Main window ID. You can switch to the main window. So let me align it properly. Okay, so you need to take the all window IDs with the help of window handles. Okay, from the window handles you are getting all windows IDs. Each ID you are iterating by taking each ID. First you are checking, comparing with the parent window ID. If it is a parent window ID, I no need to switch. I can directly work on this page. I directly click on these links. But I want to perform operations on this particular window. In this case, you need to switch to this window with the help of switch to method and window method. Okay, so now you can switch to this particular window. After switching to window, you can maximize the browser. Then you can perform your actions. Okay, let's see whether it is working or not. Okay, so like after done with the execution, it won't close this particular browser. It closes only this browser. Okay, so let's see. Let's run it. So let me close the existing browsers now. So it is maximized. It is maximized the browser, but still it is failing. But let's see what's happening here. So assertion is failing. It is maximized the browser. See, this is maximized. After that, what we are doing? Okay, we are verifying whether the login page is available or not. Verify login page. So here it is line number 66. It is failing. Login is not available like that. It is showing. But let me check title of this page. Title. Where is title? So here you should have the title tag to represent the title. Yeah. So login only. Why it is failing? So maybe due to. So we should get. Yeah. Verify login page. Login we are passing. Oh, okay. So the URL, okay, which we passed here, it is taking the it is taking the URL of our main page. Okay, here it is taking the URL of our main page. Okay, it should not take this. So what you can do is you can hard code that value, that URL value, or you need to pass both URLs. Okay, so here what I do, so as of now I set this as hard coded value instead of reading from the property file, because this is our newly opened window, right? Yeah, now it will pass, it will continue the execution. So let me rerun, let me close these two. So are you observing the execution? It is open the new tab, it is maximized also. Okay, using window handles we are able to do that. See, alert also it is open, then it will handle the alert. So now it is executing, right? Find patient, it is trying to search. First it search for the, see, scrolling and so now it search for Sonal B. If it is not available, then it will search for other value. Yeah, see, no matches found. It will fail. Yesterday, like with this value we have, yeah, with this value we have the file record, but now we don't have this. Okay, so like this you can handle the multiple windows. Suppose if it is a tab, what happens? So if it is opens a new window, okay, you are using the window handle. Suppose if it is opening in the new tab, how you can handle? How you can handle if it is opening in a new tab? Okay, so let's see. So I want to click this open Amaras application 2. Inspect it. Okay, so here we are getting the issue that record is it is unable to find that record, so that is failing now. So what I do is that assertion I will remove. Okay, this assertion I will remove here. Okay, so let me rerun one more time, because it should not close the main window. Okay, it should not close the main window. It has to close the child window, then it has to again switch back to the parent window. So let me rerun. it is it will scroll up, scroll down. These are the previous methods we written, right? So that is it is performed. Okay, yeah. So it is switched back to the main window. It is switched to the main window. Okay, now what I have to do? The same thing I have to perform. So from this window, I have to click on this link. If it is opens a new tab, then I have to continue the execution. Okay, and also I want to log out this application. For logout also we have one method we have implemented, right, for logout. So where I have created that in the test-ng. So here I think so I have created in the base test-ng. No, in the test-ng class logout base test. So this is the logout file. This I copy to the Selenium test page objects base test. What is logout link here? This is my logout link. Okay, so directly you can. This is a partial link text, right? Logout. What I do is directly I write the private dot find element by dot partial link text. The link text is logout dot click. Okay, so after logout, it has to close the application. Which application? The newly opened window. It should be this file should be remains same. This particular window should be remains same. Okay, let me rerun. It has to log out the application. It has to close the application. Then the main window should be remain same. Yeah. The main window it is not closed. The execution is completed. Execution is completed. The main window is not closed. Now what I want to do is, so I want to open my application in a new tab. Okay, so instead of clicking this application 1, I will click application 2 from the window. Same code I will copy. So here I remove the extra things. Okay, so our focus is to switch to application and all. So I don't want to do this JavaScript. I don't want to scroll anything. I don't want to scroll anything. So here also I remove few things here. So actions, if you want, you can put the action. That is not a problem. Okay, these assertions also I'm removing here. So now, so it has to click on application 2. Okay. After clicking on application, okay, so it is printing the get window handles. That is fine. The window IDs. Then from each ID again, it is comparing. Okay, the same logic I will use, but before that, if I print, if I click on application 2, whether I'm getting two window IDs or not, you need to check whether it is opening a tab or not. For tab also, whether it is opening, for tab also, whether it is opening or whether it is giving the ID or not. We have to check new ID or not. For the window, it is giving the new ID. If I click on, if it is opens a tab, why, what happened? It should be logged out, right? When we click here, okay. Okay, so here we performed logout, right? Why this logout I didn't call? Okay, no problem. So here you can call base test. You can directly call driver dot logout. You should create as public method. It is public only logout application. So in our test, we are extending base test, right? Yes. If you are extending base test, you can directly use logout application. Okay, so did we open MRS test dot logout application? Okay, this we need to call. Okay, this is fine. So now if I click on application 2, whether it is printing, two IDs or not, we need to check. So as of now, what I do is we are done with this part, right? Okay, clicking one application, that is fine. This part I will comment it now. So now I have to open in a new tab. Then I need to check. First I will debug it, like whether we are getting two IDs when it is opens a new tab. See, it is open. It is open application 2. It is clicked. Okay, it is opened a new tab. Even though it is opened a new tab, you are getting how many windows? Let me close the previous one. You are getting two windows again. You are getting for new tab also it is opening a new window. So with the help of same logic, you can switch to this particular tab and you can perform the action. Okay. So let me continue the execution. Why it is stopping over here? It is continuing with the execution. See. So if it is opens in a new tab or if it is opens in a new window, it is generating a new ID, new window ID with the help of window ID. So we can switch to the tab or we can switch to the new window. Okay. There is no difference. Again, it closes that particular tab. and again it come back to the, it has to click on logout. Is it failed or what? What happened? What happened here? It has to click on logout. Oh, I think we missed something over here. It has to click on logout basically, but we didn't call that. But it has to close that window, close that tab. So here, the closing part we put it into the else part. That is the reason it is not closing. What I do is I cut from here. I place it to here, and also we put some condition, right? If it is not kernel B, it has to move to this part and it has to perform the operation. Okay, what I do is let me rerun again. The tab also it closes. Tab also it closes basically. How window is closing, similarly the tab also it will closes. Okay, so after that we have iframe. Okay, after iframe we have file upload. Okay, once we complete these two topics, we'll close our session for today. So it is executing up to this, it is fine. Find patient also fine. Okay, after that it has to close that. Yeah, see it has logged out, and also it come back to the, it come back to the main application, right? The test also passed, tab also closed, test also passed. So but the session is not logging out. Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, so now, so if you want to like handle the tab, or if you want to handle a new window, so you can use the window handles method, and you can switch to the method, switch to the window or tab with the help of window IDs. Okay, how we are getting window IDs? With the help of get window handles. Okay, now, okay, I don't want to click on any application link. Okay, after launching the browser, so here, after launching the application, which application? So this browser is launched. Now I have to use my code, log into application, and I need to enter username and password. I need to log in. Okay, so we already implemented the code for that. We already implemented the code. What is the code we implemented to log in? We have one method, right? So log into application. This is the method we created. Okay, so for iFrames, so this code is for this code is for what is this?
Windows.
Handling window, new window.
But here, if we have some multiple windows, like maybe we have some 10 windows, right? If I want to select the fifth window, so is
Yes.
there any option to select that?
Yeah, in that case, what we have to do is, so we have to take the title of that window. Okay, so you will expect some title, right? Suppose if you want to perform on some window, okay, so initially you will aware of which window you want to perform the action, right? Suppose if it is opens 10 windows, you have to choose the your required window based on what you will choose. Okay, you will identify some title, or you will identify some like element in the that window. and based on that, okay, you will work on that window. Similarly, after switching to the window, you can check that particular element is available in that page or not. If it is available, then continue the execution, then or you can come out from the window, you can switch back to the window, you can continue the execution. Like that we can set, or you can take the window title. If it is your required title, then continue the execution based on the if condition, or switch back to the parent window, continue the for loop. Like that we can set up. Okay, for both it is same. Handling new window, handling new tab, handling new tab, and also we have now we have frames. Okay, iframe, handling iframes. Okay, iframe is nothing but you can create a HTML page within another HTML page that we have already created. Okay, so this entire thing is a one page, right? This particular entire page is one HTML page. Inside that we have one more HTML page that is related to OpenMRS application. Suppose if I want to set up the username and password, we already implemented the code, right? So here, so login to application, okay, is the code we have. Okay, so that page also is available in your launched application, in our launched browser. This page also available. Let's try to log into this application. Okay, so let me run it. Let me run it. It is opened, it is maximized, but whether it is logged in or not, let's see. Still it is running. It is trying to identify that element, login element, I mean username field, but it is unable to identify username field. Username field, no such element exception you are getting, but username field is available here. If you observe this application, if you inspect to this application, okay, if you inspect this particular username, this is available. Okay, ID, we are using ID, right? But this is available, still you are getting no such element exception. Here the problem is whenever we have the frames. Okay, let me open it. So this is the HTML structure. Okay, so it is pointing to the main HTML basically whenever we open the application with the driver. But inside that we have frame. This is the frame. Inside that we have HTML, one more HTML. Inside that we have that username field. So whenever we have the frames, okay, it cannot directly go into that frame. It cannot identify the elements. Your Selenium cannot directly go into these frames, and it cannot directly go into the other HTML page, and we cannot identify. So if you want to identify inner HTML page, you need to switch to the frame. Okay, you need to switch to the frame with the help of name, with the help of ID also you can switch. Okay, so here what you have to do is it's very simple. Okay, like how you are switching to the window, similarly you have to switch to the frame. Okay, so here you can use driver dot, we have switch to method, switch to dot. Now we are switching to the frame. Okay, not to the window. Frame, you can provide frame ID or frame index or frame name also you can give. Okay, frame ID you can provide the frame ID or name. What is my frame ID here? This is the frame one. The name or ID also you can provide. I will switch to the frame. Okay, then you can log in. Again, if you want to switch back to the parent HTML, okay, you are going to the inner frame, right? So now it points to the this HTML part. Again, if you want to switch back to the main HTML, you can use switch to, we have default content method. Default content. It will come back to the main HTML. Okay. So let's try this. Let me close all these three windows. Let's try whether it is logging or not. Let's see. So now run it. It has to switch to that frame and it has to perform the login action. See, now it is working after switching to the frame. Earlier we are getting no such element exception, but now it is switched to the frame and it is executing also, right? So if you have any frames, okay, you can see n number of frames. Okay, if you are working on a e-commerce application, you will get a lot of ads, right? If you open some other websites, lot of ads you will get. Okay, so if you want to handle the frames, you can handle with the help of switch to frames. So now we have one more case, that is file upload. File upload. How we can upload the file. So to click this choose file, okay, you can inspect it. You can inspect it and you can inspect this one and you can click this choose file. Okay, so file type is input type file and the name import Excel. It is showing some import Excel name it has. Okay, so let me click on that. So let me comment this code as well. So now driver dot find element by dot name. So name is the import Excel that you need to click. That is fine. You are clicking the window. So let me put some thread dot sleep. Some 5 seconds. So now what I have to do after clicking this, I need to select the file, some file. Okay, so this file I need to select. Can I click on this? Let me inspect. It is not showing any inspect. Okay, to click this file. Okay, generally if you provide the file path here and if you click on open, okay, it will directly automatically like upload that file, right? Suppose I have a file on my desktop. Which file? Suppose let's take this next new text document or trainer profile, new student data. Okay, you have student data. So go to properties. So here the path you can copy. Path you can copy. Okay, so here the file name. What is the file name? This is the file name. Okay, this file name if you pass, this file name if you pass here, if you open it, that file will be opened, right? See. Okay, so now we have to perform these two actions. You need to set up the file path and you need to click on open. To set up this file path, you are unable to inspect it. To click on this open, you are unable to inspect it. Okay, so then how we can handle it? How we can handle it? So we have a robot class. Okay, we have a robot class in Java. It is a Java class only. It is not related to Selenium. Okay, so to perform the window operations with the help of Java, so generally we use the Java JWT classes, Java window classes. Okay, we have a robot class. With the help of robot class, we can perform the operation. Okay, this operation. So how we can do that? So it's very simple. So after clicking that, okay, what is the file you want to what is the file you want to pass? What is the file you want to select? Okay, so file path string file path. So this is the file path we want to provide. Okay, so now if you want to use the robot class, okay, so you have to create the object for robot class. Robot Java JWT class. Robot equals to new robot. Okay, so before that, what you have to do is, so you have to copy your file path to the clipboard. Copy your file path to the clipboard. Okay, so see, what is clipboard? Anyone knows what is clipboard? What is clipboard? See, suppose if you copy this text, where it is saving? If you are you copied this text, right? So it should store somewhere, right? Okay, if you are trying to paste here, how you are pasting? So somewhere it is stored that you are pasting here. Okay, whenever we copy, that text will be stored into the clipboard. Okay, so here also what we are doing manually, suppose if you take here, if you click here, are you typing? No, right? You copied the path and you are pasting here. Okay, so to copy to the clipboard, okay, we have separate class, that is, so this file path I want to copy to the clipboard. Okay, we have one class that is toolkit. Toolkit. Tool, not tool. Toolkit. This is also Java AWT class. Toolkit. Inside this toolkit, we have get default toolkit method. Get default toolkit. Inside this so which is returning the, if you observe here, get default toolkit, which is returning toolkit again. Okay, so from this method we have to call one more method, get system clipboard, which means if you want to copy to the clipboard, we have get system clipboard. Okay, so which one you want to copy? That content you have to set. For setting the content, we have set content method, set contents. So here you need to pass the string which you are trying to copy. Okay, but here you cannot directly pass the string. Okay, so if you observe here, what it is accepting, set contents, it is accepting transferable content. Transferable. Okay, copy transferable. String you cannot put. Again, if you want to use the transferable transferable content, so we have one more class, that is string selection. String selection. Okay, string selection, you can say file path str. So here you can create new string selection. So here you can pass file path. So now what happens is, this path will be selected with the help of string selection, that will be copied to your clipboard using set contents. Okay, so this is copied to the clipboard. What you have to do, using robot class, you have to perform paste and you have to click on open. How we can do that? Okay, so in robot class, what is the use of robot class? Generally robot class we use for performing the keyboard actions. Okay, suppose if you want to perform the keyboard actions with the help of Selenium, we have action class, but that is applicable for only elements. If you have some elements, so for that element you can perform the keyboard actions, but here we don't have the element, it is a window related thing. So if you want to perform the keyboard actions without element, you have to use the robot class. Using robot class, you can perform any keyboard or mouse action also you can perform. Okay, so we have, if you want to press some keys on your keyboard, you can use robot dot key press. Key press is the method. Okay, so I want to paste the path. Okay, I want to paste the path. How you paste the path? Control plus V, right? Control plus V, you will paste the, you use the like shortcut key to paste the path. So here using key press, okay, what is the key? So to represent the key, we have key event dot. I want to press the control. So to press the control, the button, we should get it as VK underscore control. VK underscore control. Okay, first I press the control, then I press control plus V, right? Button V, control V. Okay, after pasting it, you have to release the key. Okay, so control V. After done with the control V, what you will remove your hand on the keys, right? So similarly, if you want to release the keywords, you have robot dot key release. Key release. Okay, here you need to release those keys. How you will release? Vice versa, you can release. So here you are pressing control plus V. So here you are releasing control plus V. Key release. Key release. Okay. So here you can release control, and also you can release V also. V. Okay, it will paste. So now what you have to do? You have to click on open button. You have to click on open button. After pasting that, it is already focused button, right? If you click enter, it will automatically opens. After pasting the path, okay, so where we copied the path, okay, this is the path, right? After pasting the path, if you click on enter, I'm not clicking on open, okay, I'm not clicking on open, I'm pressing the enter. It is uploading, right? So if you want to press the enter again, you can use the robot class. Let me put 5 seconds. Then key press. Which key you want to press? Enter key I want to press. Enter. Enter. Again you have to release the enter after pressing. Release. Release the enter key. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So this is the code if you want to handle the file upload using Selenium, using robot class. This is also one of the important question in interviews. So here too, this is to upload the file using robot class. Okay, let me run it. Let's see whether it is uploading the file or not. Okay, this file it has to upload. So it has to click on choose file, then it has to upload the file which you are providing. We are providing student details.txt file. Yeah, now it has to click on choose file. Let's see whether it is clicking or not. What happened? Is it fail or what? Okay. What is the issue? Invalid argument exception. Where is invalid argument? Let me check the error. This is the error we are getting. By dot name. Okay. Why this is invalid argument? Import from Excel. Okay. So let me check. Inspect. This is the button we have. Input button. It has name import Excel. Correct only. But why we are getting invalid name exception? What is the error we are getting? Invalid argument. Invalid argument. So name, this argument is invalid. We should not get this error basically. Invalid argument. Argument. Okay, let me use XPath then. Let me use XPath. Okay, so if condition input name @name equals to import Excel, import Excel. It is not name, import Excel. It's correct only, right? Okay, double slash. Yeah. So let me use XPath, but for with the name also it has to work. But yeah, I will check that later. Okay. So let me rerun. So we are getting at the same invalid argument exception. We are getting at 210 only, right? Okay. Driver dot find element. Yeah, correct only. It's correct only, but let's see. Let's see. Okay, are we switching somewhere else? Main window only. Okay, we are not switching anywhere. That is fine. So here also we are not switching. Okay, let me rerun it. Close this browser and rerun the test. Again, we are getting invalid argument. Why we are getting invalid argument? Invalid argument only. Okay, so here, let me check why we are getting invalid argument exception for file. One second. One second. So let me check this in Google. For file button on the right. So here, what is the solution? Image tag do not have href stuff, use src. That is fine. No. Invalid argument exception for clicking uploading file. Yeah, so we might get some. Okay, so we can use JavaScript to click this, but why we need to use JavaScript over here? It's not required. Basically, it has to. Okay, so as of now, what I do is I will click with the JavaScript. Okay, so we can also click the element with JavaScript. Okay, so how you can click? So let me show here. Okay, so this I will check invalid argument exception. It should not throw that error, but I will check and I will let you know. So here, if I search for it, it takes a lot of time. Okay, so this is the file. It has some name. Okay, so here import Excel, right? So here, what you can do, document. So you have to write it in the console. Document dot get element by name. Okay, what is the name we have? Import Excel. Okay, node list we are getting. By name we are not getting that. Import Excel. Dot length 0. By name it is not giving. Why we have name for it, right? Input type file. Name only, right? Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, earlier we have some the same name I have provided. Why import Excel only? Here also same, right? Okay, so there. What is the difference here? Are you able to find any difference? No, right? Import Excel. This is also import Excel. Okay, so here I will just click the button. Click is not working. Okay, what I do is, so node list input. Okay. Put dot get of 0 invalid argument. Just click is not working again. So here click is not working. What I do is, let me put one more level, body dot get element by tag name. So tag name also we can use. Instead of that, what we can do is query selector. So inside query selector, what I do is I use input name equals to the name which we are. So something is missing over here. So I will put double quotes. what this? It is giving input tag dot click. Let me click this. Yeah, it is working. We can use this. We can use this script. Okay. So we need JavaScript executor to perform this. Okay, so we already created the object for JavaScript executor, right? So where we have created, I commented here JavaScript executor. This JavaScript executor I use here. Instead of clicking directly, I click with the JavaScript executor. Okay, see, I'm unable to perform this action with the help of Selenium methods. I'm getting invalid argument exception. How I am handling? Using JavaScript. Okay, js dot execute script. The script you have to provide here. Okay, so let me try now. It has to click. It should not throw exception because we are using JavaScript. So in my laptop, it is taking more time. So here it has to click on that choose file. Again, we got the exception. No? Let's see. Oh my God. See here, it is trying to click that. Okay. But the action is not performed well. Okay. It is trying to click that button. It is not allowing to click. Okay. So when I click this input, it is directly pasted over here. Okay. So robot class, it is based on the assumption it will perform that. Okay. So why this is not happening? So let me do one thing. Okay. So we have min 23 one file upload option. What happened here? Excuse me. Oh my God. Okay, what I do is, let me open new tab. I set some other properties. To our element. So it has to click on that element, but the action is not performing. So when I click on register patient, okay, this is fine. So find patient, when I click, it is logging out earlier. Okay, so let me open this. So here in patient records, so we have one option to upload the file, attachments. Attachments. Okay, here we have click drag and drop file. Okay, let me check how they use this HTML code to this particular element. Go to inspect. This is a form. inside the form, you have click, drag and drop. Okay, this is different. Okay, it is like a form, but it is opening the file. Mhm. Okay, let me try to use this. Okay, let me use this form in my HTML code. Let's try this. So where is our file upload? Okay, here only. I said this. So go to our application, refresh it. Now it is showing us some text. So here we have some classes. Basically, so these classes. Okay, so Bootstrap CSS classes. Okay, if we use Bootstrap, then it works. Okay, so I will try in another way. Okay, so let me try in another way. So for force clicking also, we have 1 second. For force clicking also, we should get some option. No, it is taking as a okay. Choose file. No chosen file. It is showing. Let's complete this. Mhm. So basically, it has to open that, but invalid argument exception if you use. Okay. So what I do is, so here I use action class. Okay, I use action class. Let's try in that way. Okay, so we need to try in different ways. Okay, let me use action class. Okay, so this is my CSS selector. Okay, web element I create. Web element. This is file upload element. So driver dot find by find element by find element by dot CSS selector. So this is our CSS selector. Okay, this is my element, web element. Okay, now this web element I will click with the help of actions class. Okay, this execute script also I will comment. So we have actions, right? We have created actions. So similarly, you can use actions. So now put action. So here actions dot move to element, move to element. Which element? File upload element. After that, I will click that element. Which element? File upload element. Okay, I will build and dot perform. So let's try in this way. Okay, and also I remove this unnecessary code from my HTML. Okay, so let me rerun it. Close this file and rerun file. Locator is correct. Yeah. See, now it is using action class. Okay, it clicked on that, and also it is set the path, and it will click on enter. See, like this we have to check the alternates. Okay, we should not simply say as okay it is not working or it is difficult, like that we should not say. Okay, for like for everything we will have some solution. Okay, so that we have to identify and we have to perform. See here, using direct click it is not working, using JavaScript also it is not working, but it is working with the actions. Okay, so like this we have to handle this kind of file uploads. Okay, let me stop recording.